I remember as growing children, when we returned back home from school, my brothers will not sit down to eat. They'll hurriedly eat their food. You know why? That's because they're rushing to go and play football. Then we had a friend who was our neighbor. His name was Musa. Musa was a polio survivor, and so he crawls. When they run, Musa will run and follow them. To go and play what? Football? But you know what? Every team wanted Musa to be their goalkeeper. You need to see his techniques. Musa had so much zeal for that game. And whenever the ball is coming, you will see him dive to the left, dive to the right. He will even jump up to grab the ball. And when he returns home, his parents will beat him and tell him, Musa, you don't even have legs. What's your problem with football? What are you doing in the midst of people playing football? You know how Musa came to my mind? When I sat at the old parade ground watching Parasoca. The difference is in the name. Football, Parasoca. But all is a game of passion, is a unifying factor, is a game of determination. It's a game where everybody wants to be a champion. And you know what? With likes of Musa, who had passion from their childhood, move around the place, do their thing with so much passion and drive. People with legs were sitting and clapping, while people without legs were showing themselves. To mark the International World Polio Day, Alhaji Didi Lawal, the founder and president of the Parasoca, brought people from far and near to celebrate the 8th edition of Parasoca tournament in Nigeria. It was an amazing sight. It was exciting. For me, it was something out of this world. On Against All Odds today, we're bringing everything that happened at the old parade ground right to your doorstep. Because to mark the International World Polio Day, Alhaji Didi Lawal, the founder and president of Parasoca, actually brought all of us together to show us the talents of these people. It was amazing, exciting. Well, I leave you to judge. Do you think Parasoca should be included in the National Sport Festival? My name is Doshima Pius Ikiravi. Polio is a crippling and potentially deadly infectious disease caused by the polio virus that invades the brain and spinal cord, causing paralysis. The virus spreads from person to person and only affects humans. Children are especially susceptible to it because polio has no cure, and so vaccination is the only way to protect children and stop the disease from spreading. World Polio Day is observed on October 24th every year to raise awareness of the polio vaccination and eradication of polio. The World Polio Day was established by Rotary International over a decade ago to commemorate the birth of Jonas Salk World, the first team to develop a vaccine against poliomyelitis. 2020 theme for Polio World Day is Stories of Progress, Past and Present. In the spirit of the theme, which emphasizes on stories of progress, Alhaji Misbahu Lawal Didi, the founder and president Parasoca Nigeria, once again to mark the 2020 World Polio Day, engaged various stakeholders, SAs from different states, sport directors,
dignitaries in different fields, and the Executive Secretary, National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, who also doubles as the APC chairman for persons with disabilities, were present on ground to witness the final stage of the 8th year Parasoca tournament in Nigeria.
Winning all 3 games in all 3.
The final stage, which had Team Yobe versus Katsina, where Yobe won and Katsina 2 during a penalty. The second stage started with the Executive Secretary and other stakeholders going round to greet the players. And thereafter, the Executive Secretary rolled the ball to declare the game open.
For Katsina State, they play final. Also, here present,
Indeed, there is no limitation where passion is concerned. Obviously, gone are the days when one will wish I had legs to play my favorite game, football. The difference is in the name. Football or Parasoca, all is a game of love. With or without legs, you can keep your dreams alive. This is a pure indication of it all. Take a look.
I don't know if you feel as excited as I feel, but you know, so many things just runs through your mind when you see people like this displaying what is inherent in them. All they need is our encouragement. Because without legs, you will just not believe that such people can do amazing things. Let's just take a break now and take you into our feedback segment. On Against All Odds, we appreciate the fact that you're watching us, you're engaging us, you're with us, and then you're sending us feedback messages. We will be back very shortly to continue with the game of Parasoca. Who wins? Who wins? Good morning, Auntie Do. I'm very excited to be part of this program. I'm chatting you from Owerri with my sister's number because my phone is not Android. My name is Mr. Ogbozue M. Chukuma. I'm 51-year-old and a cabinet maker. I lost my sight due to glaucoma. I was managing it to work before now, but I can no longer manage it again, and people are no longer bringing work for me, and my family needs help. I have 4 kids. I cannot take care of them again because of my condition, and my wife have no money to start up something. I am pleading to good people of Nigeria to help me. My children are suffering. If I could get a capital to start up something, since I can no longer do my usual work. I'm pleading to my former governor, Rochas Okorocha, to come to my aid. My children's education is at stake. God bless you, ma. Can I get the number of the lady you interviewed on NTA, Miss Uchenna Madweke? She can be married again. Also, about her book, Miss Courageous, Nothing is Impossible with God. I really love her courage. Reverend Father Charles Agbali from Kefi. Thanks so much, sister, for good and commendable job you are doing on NTA, particularly the just concluded episode on blindness. God will continue to elevate you more and more. My name is Abdul Fatai Lamide from Kogi State. I came down on my knees to make this plea to you this evening, my dear sister. Please and please, for God's sake, help me out and save me from total blindness. My drops have finished and I cannot do anything about it. Please help me out with whatever you can. My treatment records are with TCFI Hospital I told you about for verification. Please, it's drops that keeps my eyes from closing, I beg. I know this is not a good time for everyone economically. Please, I do hard labor for survival. I am also talking to some of my concerned friends for assistance. Please and please, I beg. This is my account number. His details are here. If you need to reach out to Lamide Abdul Fatai Agi, please reach out to him through us. We'll be most willing to connect you together. Please, I need help with my elder brother. He has been blind and diabetic for 8 years now. He was a tricycle rider before his disability. Currently, he sells drinks in the house, which is not doing so well. Please, he needs help to grow this business. I mentioned this is from Sunday Asoko. He's 61 years old. Excellent, well done, very emotional. I have just watched the program. I will now be making it a date to regularly watch the program against all odds. Have a nice day and week, Mrs. Elizabeth. Please, sir, I watched your program Against All Odds on television and I was so impressed. My name is Emmanuel from Enugu. I'm disabled, but I have a great potential in me, which is still untapped. I am an upcoming musician stroke comedian. I'm 23 years old. What led to my disability is still unknown. According to my mother, I fell down as a child, learning how to walk at the age of 1 year and 3 months. And since then, I have remained on a wheelchair. And after my secondary school, I went for a computer training, for they said I can't do it because my fingers are malfunctioned. But I have a great interest in music and comedy, and I have seen it as a gift also. But the problem is there's no exposure for me. It's still untapped, and optimistically, I believe that your program will be of great help to me. These are our feedbacks, and if there's anyone out there who is willing to help these people, it will be so appreciated. Just reach out to us and we will be your link. Thank you.
This is Against All Odds.
Just look at the move. Oh dear. If you let me, I will scream out of fear for the goalkeeper. How can he jump so high? Knowing that, oh my God. Life itself is a game. While some gain, some lose. The second stage, which had Kano versus Nassarawa, came to an end with Kano 1 and Nassarawa 0.
Also here present, as I was saying, Agun Ajanaku Foundation. We have Mr. Agun himself. He came right away from Lagos. Not it. He identified with the disability. He scored. And that is a goal. This is his 11 goals in this very tournament.
Imagine when you have such high expectations and put in your best, and at the end of it all, your best is not good enough or didn't yield its desired result. Emotions are definitely bound to be released. And so, as Nassarawa were crying, Kano were jubilating for winning the 6th time in the 8th tournament. The climax of the Parasoca tournament was the presentation of medals to first, second, and third. The Executive Secretary, National Commission for Persons with Disability, was given the honor of presenting medals and a trophy to the winning team, the Kano United. And of course, in his jovial and passionate manner, gorgeously walked towards them and carried out his task.
Number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Our culture in Nigeria say if you see better soup, na money kill 'em. So our government is very taking care of the boys. Anytime we went for competition and win, there's cash awards, plot of land, many things.
This is 8th edition. It's a great one, but kudos must go to the players who play the games and also the state government and some individuals who sponsor teams.
The Executive Secretary, during his speech, commended that indeed this is a laudable virtue and must be encouraged. Therefore, his office henceforth will partner with the President Parasoca to make this event a bigger and a better world-class event.
This game is really very, very beautiful. I think it is a way of our people demonstrating justice. And I think the way you see this type of skills, this is where we see the interpretation of the demonstration of disability in disability.
Alhaji Didi Lawal, in his appreciation speech, added,
I am very happy today that we have started the 8th edition of the World Polio Day National Parasoca Tournament, and we have come to an end successfully. We are grateful to all the states, their government, and my colleague, polio survivors, for taking part in this historical event.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
This is Against All Odds.
Standing in a corner and watching people without legs having the fun of their life, striving hard to defend their opponents with so much passion, speed, and zeal, while people with legs, some standing and others sitting, were jubilating, smiling, and clapping. I concluded to myself that all a person needs is an opportunity to display that which is inherent in him or her. The Parasoca deserves to be given a national recognition and a place to operate. Together, we can make the Parasoca an enviable game to behold. As we walked out of the old parade ground area 10 Garki Abuja, few things kept ringing in my head. The zeal, the die-hard passion of the players to make their states proud, the pain of losing and the joy of winning, and an opportunity for this set of persons to fly high, high beyond limits. The polio survivors have again proven they can be who they want to be. Happy World Polio Day.
This is Against All Odds.
I had fun, so much fun, watching this set of young boys do the things they love to do best. And yes, in every game, there is definitely a winner. No matter how hard you try, we cannot have two winners at the same time. One person has to be a winner. And that is why the penalty game was played between Yobe and Katsina. And fortunately for Katsina, they won during the penalty. And of course, the second round, which brought us Nassarawa and Kano for the 6th time, are going home with the trophy. Ha! Excitement in the air. While some were crying, some were jubilating. That's how life is. But of course, the question I asked you in the beginning, I said, at the end of the game, what will be your take? What do you think? Do you think these people need to be recognized nationally? For me, I reserve my comments. Thank you for staying with us on Against All Odds. We will do this again next week, same time. My name remains Toshima Pius Ikirove.
Audio Jungle.